Islamabad. It's been my greatest pleasure. I've had memories for life. Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm Gary Martin, and in today's video we're leaving Islamabad.
Yes.
And we're on our way to Multan.
We're leaving Islamabad for now.
Yeah.
We're going to be come back for a day or so.
Yeah.
Before you fly out.
More to chill.
More to chill. No more golfing back to Islamabad.
No more golfing. Honestly though, the memories that I've gained in Islamabad, they're some of my best ever golfing memories.
I'm pleased to hear that.
I've learned so much about the culture of Pakistan and so much about the golfing community that you just wouldn't believe.
Right, okay.
And obviously you guys will have seen that by now. If you've not, go and check out them videos. This is a full series of videos sharing the world of golf in Pakistan, and we're on to stage 2.
Yes.
So what's our plans then? Because it's a long drive to Multan.
Yes, we heading to Rumanza, Multan, which is give or take about 8 hours drive.
Yeah.
His caddy's mobile is always busy, isn't he?
I love you.
Anyway, it's about 8 hours drive, straight drive on motorway throughout. And I think no point grilling ourselves. I think we'll lay over.
Yeah. So we're going to have a little bit of a stopover. Where are we stopping?
We'll stop in a place called most likely Toba Tek Singh.
Yeah.
And it's an interesting name. I think Mr. Singh, when he was India and Pakistan together, he provided water facilities for the area when there was no water available at that time. So he provided voluntary water provision for the whole of the area. That's the name of the city, is in his name, Toba Tek Singh.
Right, so we best get buckled in for a long journey. We're going to be doing some stop-offs on the way as well. Obviously, we might do a little bit of eating, roadside eating.
Absolutely.
Which I think will be an amazing video.
And wish me luck. This is the first time I'm driving that long stretch. Because, as I said, I always had a driver in the past, but now we're driving ourselves.
To be fair, though, I feel a lot safer that you're driving.
I don't know. I'm not feeling very safe myself.
So something quite interesting, I'm going to put it up on screen now. We've just passed a little bit of a mountain, and Tahid pointed out it was a salt range, and I've never heard of this in UK.
Yeah, it's a salt range. It's called Kallar Kahar salt range. It's probably one of the biggest in the world. There are two sources of salt. One is salt mines, whatever you call them, and the other one is salt is extracted from the sea.
So we're talking about salt that you put on food, salt in crisps,
edible salt.
Salt on chips.
Yeah, edible salt.
Edible salt.
And there's in this range there is a pink salt. You must have seen a pink color salt, and that comes from this range.
I'm not much of a sort of cook at home. But I just thought all salt was from the sea. I didn't realise it came from mountains.
Yes, it does.
That's incredible. So it's like in rock form, and then they grind it down.
And simply you grind it. It's edible without additives.
Get in the comments, guys. Did you know that? I want to know if I'm just stupid or whether that is something that is we've all learned today. Right, so we've just pulled out of a petrol station.
Yes.
And I'm driving.
And I'm checking my belt again and again if it's on.
You might be wondering if I've got insurance out here. It's not a requirement, is it? It's an option.
It's not mandatory.
So Tahid's got his life in my hands at the minute. And we've got a few hours left, but...
Yeah, you don't have to have mandatory insurance, but you can get your car insured. If your car insured, it covers all the drivers.
Yeah. I mean, in terms of driving on this motorway, I feel pretty in control and pretty happy. Touch wood, I don't want anyone to pull out on me as we're saying that. A lot of big lorries on here and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's quite opposite to what the driving's like in towns and stuff, isn't it?
It is.
And I would really not want to participate in that.
No.
And I'll cover the video and just show you the difference in driving, obviously in town where well, I would describe it as a bit of a free-for-all, really.
That's right.
You know, one of the funny things you told me on roundabouts and stuff is the mentality is if you're approaching a roundabout,
You've got the right of
you've
way.
got the right of way. So the person on the roundabout's anticipating you coming straight out, basically. But I think it's
just misconstrued and misconception, really.
And I think from what I've noticed when I obviously see you driving, if you're not a little bit sort of like,
Where you're going?
if you're not a little bit like bullish,
Yeah.
and kind of bully your way, you're not going to go anywhere.
You have to bully your way in those kind of scenarios.
Yeah, and that's where I think it must take a bit of adapting to.
Yeah.
So
It's not easy. It's quite hard, and I struggle, and it gives me a lot of, to be honest, headache driving around. But it's okay. Motorway seems to be fine.
Yeah, so far it seems all right. I mean, we've seen a few odd things, what you wouldn't see in UK.
Yeah.
If you can imagine, these motorways are being built through towns where somebody might live at that side of the motorway and work at that side. And there's no way of crossing, there's no way of getting to the other side without just walking over it, is there?
I think they have a small tunnels underneath, but obviously they can't be everywhere. But there will be a fair amount of distance between them. So some people decide to just walk over it.
Just take the quick route.
Yes. Which I don't blame them, to be honest.
Well, we had that conversation, and I said the same. If you had to walk 1 mile that way to cross a bridge and then 1 mile back, and you know it's a matter of you live at the other side at 100 yards away, and you can get away with it, you're probably going to take your chances because it's not that busy. It's not like UK, is it?
Yeah, it's very quiet.
It's very quiet. One of the other things we noticed as well, and I thought this was really good from police, is that one chap sort of pulled into hard shoulder, found a safe place. It weren't the hard shoulder, he'd found like a bit of a, I don't know what you'd call it, but it was back from the hard shoulder. And he were taking his prayers, and the police basically pulled up, not to arrest him, but to just sort of make sure he was safe while he was doing it. Which I thought was really good.
I think with all the bad publicity, to be honest, we all know some of the conduct of the police in Pakistan. The motorway police is very different. They're extremely good at what they do. Even they provide quite rescue services to people, to be honest. For example, you are driving a car, your car gets punctured and you're disabled, or a female or somebody who couldn't kind of hack the bit of physical work to the car. The police, they do it themselves.
So they're not tied into a set responsibility.
No,
they just do what they feel right.
Exactly, they go extra mile to kind of protect and provide you help and support on the motorway. Definite, yes. Which is amazing, to be honest. I find it quite extraordinary.
I find that that's touching, that. So you might have seen on that stretch of road there, we've just passed quite a few lorries, haven't we? With a lot of decorations on. And that was one of my first observations when I come to, on the roads in Pakistan. I said to him, why are all these lorries so decorated?
I suppose they spend a lot of time driving these trucks. And they are used for transportation, and they spend probably 16 hours out of 24 hours driving around. And I think they decorate it, they take pride in their kind of motor and that kind of stuff.
There's one coming up, I don't know if we'll manage to catch it, but it's absolutely covered in lights as well, flashing lights, neon lights. He's just pulling in now, actually. I'm going to spin this round. He's not got his lights on at the minute, but sometimes they come on. It's almost like how he's so proud, his vehicle. Probably not going to get to see that. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, you can just see his lights. They came on a minute ago, they've gone off. No, we missed that on camera, but nevertheless, this traffic's getting really busy now, Teed.
Yeah, it is.
I really won't fancy this.
Because we're approaching the city. It's called Toba Tek Singh, as I said before, and a number of people from the UK visit quite frequently this particular town, and so it's reflected in some of the shops, quite a big shops in this city, catering for the people traveling from overseas, particularly from UK to Pakistan.
That's the first donkey and cart I've seen in Pakistan. No, seriously.
That has gone past now.
We're having a laugh. I've actually seen the first donkey and cart, and if you watch BBC in Britain, that's all you ever get to see. Is donkey cart and a dirt road.
And you've seen the first one after 4 days,
After 4 days, that's the first one I've seen. That's funny. So we really are getting into the town centre now, or is it town centre?
You can call it town centre, yes.
So we really are getting into the town centre while having to weave through motorbikes. And this is the first time I probably felt a little bit overwhelmed by how many people there is. A lot of people said that to me before I came, but I didn't experience that in Islamabad like this.
Yeah, Islamabad is different than the rest of Pakistan, frankly.
This is very, very populated.
Just right. Overpopulated, rather.
Yeah.
My wife, by the way, her parents and grandparents lived in this street.
Wow. Would it have been like this back then, or has it got more populated?
It got more populated, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, more motorbikes.
Would I be quite rare around here?
Yes, you would be. You would be quite rare, definitely. If not the rarest.